Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or good night. Hi, everybody. What's going on? How is. I don't even know what the words are to describe this situation that we are all in. I guess the best way that I can explain it is, as I always do in my videos, is what's happened to me. So, currently, I am on work furlough with my work at the Monte Lucia Omni Resort, which is the best career and job I have landed, and I can't even describe to you what that is and how quickly I developed relationships with my new staff, my new coworkers, or what we call everybody there, which is our motto, is family. Their family. And my own personal massage business is, of course, on hold as well, because this thing is insane. You can't see it. You don't know when it's gonna pop up and what it's gonna do, and you're hearing so much stuff that it's just a lot. And so, what I decided to do was to leave this place, work some things out with my management, which I think is really remarkable, and a big thank you to all the corporations, all the management, all the teams that have actually made it possible for people's rent to be put to the side, or to have payment plans, for late fees to be waived, for extra data on people's phones. The amount of care that I have seen come out of this is really remarkable. And then, of course, there's people that are going to take advantage of it. That is just something you have to accept. And so I decided to go home to be with my parents. I thought that, it's Tucson, we're a little bit more isolated, and, our place is at a good size to where, we all have our own separate isolation. And I thought to myself, who knows how long this is going to be? I mean, you hear so much, and who knows when people and what everybody's saying, getting back to life or getting back to normal. Well, what is normal? And I just have to say that for the first week, I definitely went through a stage of, oh my God, I'm not working. What do I do with my life? What if this lasts for an entire year? What is going to be? Everything that as I know, has changed. And then I just went and just dove into plants, and started from one end of my dad's property, house, whatever, and just started tending to all of his plants, all of the vegetation. And literally for 2 months now, I've gotten so much sun. Oh my gosh. Literally for 2 months, I have had the therapy of really great manual work, yet for me, I think what's remarkable is the healing aspect of what I've gotten out of this situation. And I really, really hope that is not a selfish thing to say, because there are people out there in this world, and I am talking to all of you, who got dealt a terrible card in this situation. A terrible, terrible card. I can only imagine what you are going through. The loss, the isolation, the anger towards why did this all happen, to the grief, to the lack of interaction, to the lack of where is this all gonna go? I can only imagine what some of you are going through. And yet for me, I'm not sure why I was picked to not get hit the way that so many. I cannot explain that. Yet I have to say that this situation has helped heal my mental health and a lot of the depression that I've had. And driving back and forth between Phoenix and Tucson has made me really think about some of the stuff that I was involved in as far as social and life, and what it what it has done to my mind and to my body. And I think that this hardcore stop everything has forced me to really think, because I'm not distracted by all of it. And a part of me has really become in touch or in tuned with the planet. Call me crazy, it's fine. I just feel as if though this planet somehow got a break as well. And it's so sad that it's taken a tragedy for a lot of us to stop and find out what family, who we are, who I am, and grow from it. And where will I go when everything opens? And that's my number one fear right now, is things opening. And my father being an older age, and so same with my stepmom. I've grown more as far as a deeper, more connective relationship with them, because I've been with them for 2 months. And it's been such a long time since I've had that. And again, this is probably going to sound very selfish. I have gotten used to the peace. Just getting lost in the desert, working with the plants, the gardening, the just the intense manual work, and just making my dad's legacy shine. Because him being at this age, 84, my gosh, it's so difficult to keep up with it. And when I did come home, what the house looked like was, the house was just dying. And so I'm having a hard time saying or just getting this out. It's just I don't know how I feel about things going back to the way that they are. And they will go back. And maybe what I can do in my part is I'm gonna make things different with the way that things come back. I'm in that control, and I realize that. And so I think getting a taste of what I have experienced the last 2 months has definitely changed what I'm going to do in the future. And I think that this is going to be something for a lot of people, and I think globally is going to be a big thing. My buddy, Don Eisenhower, you said something to me at the beginning of this, and I have to say, through what I have listened, through the good, the bad, all of it, I think that we as a world have changed and are going to continue to change, and for the better good. I think that there is still going to be a lot of stuff and a lot of crap that we're going to be figuring out. Yet, I think that this is going to sternly impact people as far as now and in the future how we react to these situations. Excuse me. And I also believe that this has brought people together. And you see that through, I mean, Mary, a good friend of mine that I met at the Bisbee 1000 stair climb, has dedicated her time to making masks for everyone, whoever needs them. Nurses, hospitals, friends, family. I have an amazing Star Wars mask that she made. So a lot of amazing and sadness and everything has come out of this. Yet for me, I have to see the positivity. Even though we have all been dealt a horrible blow globally, it is what we choose to do with it. And I found that I have chosen to dive into something that makes me feel good, even though I'm in a situation where I'm isolated. And I think that's the most important thing. If anybody, even if you are in a terrible situation with this right now, if there is anything that you can find that just brings you some form of joy, be selfish and do it. And we can point fingers, we can play the blame game. We have to learn what not to do next time. And we have to make sure that we do take care of each other. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that, because I just don't know what else to say. I just had this compulsion, and I just was like, I've got to just talk. And it feels good to talk to you guys and tune in every once in a while, because I'm not going to give up on this channel. It's a diary for whoever. I want maybe 50 years from now someone to be like, wow, this guy had some interesting things to say. And those of you that disagree, good for you. Disagree. That's important. That's part of being human. Some people aren't going to like what I say, and I accept that and respect that. And I think that that's what life is about, is being able to sit down and have a conversation and disagree with each other and then come up with something. So, thanks for hearing me out, you guys. I touch lives with one video at a time. Please don't forget to look up, because you just might see something. Take action. You have to take action in order to get whatever you want in life, or whatever you see. You got to take action, and make sure you practice what you preach. Because if you go and spat things out and you don't represent yourself, then who in the heck is going to listen? And with that being said, deuces, magooses!